This is the ultimate biohacker's guide to prevent jet lag. Now, jet lag can be really impactful negatively in your daily lives, especially in your performance. If you're a high-performing entrepreneur and you're traveling to a meeting, to another place, another time zone, it can be negatively impacting your performance for sure. You're going to be feeling lethargic, you're going to be feeling low of energy and tired, and getting to the new time zone and accustomed to the new time zone might take a couple of days extra for you and will hinder your performance with your business. Now let's see and analyze the things that you can do before traveling, while you're traveling, and after landing to help eliminate jet lag as much as possible. Now let's begin with the things you can do before you actually fly, before you travel, before you get into the plane, and before you actually begin with the whole process of traveling. The first thing that you can do is change your biological clock, hack your biological clock. So now let's explore how you can actually do that. Now 2 hours before your natural wake up time, well, let's say if you're waking up at 8 a.m., that would be at 6 a.m. So 2 hours before your natural wake up time, let's say 6 a.m., this is the point in the whole 24-hour period in which your body is going to be at its lowest temperature. So if you're waking up at 8 a.m., at 6 a.m., your body is going to be at the lowest temperature that it will ever be in the 24-hour period. So 2 to 4 hours before that lower temperature period, before 6 a.m., so let's say if you do that at 2 or 4 a.m., if you do the following things at this period of time, you will hack your biological clock. So if you view bright light, if you exercise, if you drink caffeine 2 to 4 hours before your lowest temperature, you will put your biological clock, you will put your body's clock on hold for a while, and you will make your body want to go to sleep later and wake up later the next day. So this is the first way of actually putting your clock on hold and hacking your biological clock for a day or two, letting you get habituated and accustomed to the new time zone that you're flying in. Now the second thing you want to do is invest in anti-glare glasses. Now do not get it wrong, these are not anti-glare glasses, these are reading glasses and blue light blocking glasses that I'm using to read on my computer during the evening times. But when it comes to traveling and being in a plane in which you have lights everywhere in the plane, you might find it overwhelming if you are trying to complete quality work with your laptop in your plane. It's in your best interest to invest in some good quality anti-glare glasses to prevent eye strain and getting headaches when you're working on your laptop while you're on the plane. Another thing to do is to take vitamin E before and during your trip. Now vitamin E is critical for increasing our oxidative metabolism, which is something that gets impacted heavily when you're traveling and when you're in the plane, causing inflammation and all sorts of things. Another thing to do before you fly, and especially if you're traveling far away into completely different time zones, let's say if you're traveling from Europe to the US, that's a quite long trip, and if you're planning to sleep on the plane, you definitely should invest in some pressure regulating earplugs. This is especially if you're trying to sleep again, because you don't want to get your sleep interrupted with the change of pressure needing you to wake up. Now let's analyze the things that you can do while you're in the air. You should definitely avoid low quality and processed foods such as wheat products, cheap animal products, and bars filled with preservatives, as they will increase your inflammation, they will cause inflammation and will sort of extend and boost the effects of jet lag. They will worsen the effects of jet lag afterwards due to the inflammation to your gut, and that will definitely make things worse. So if you want to prevent jet lag, this thing is in your best interest to do so. However, if you do it at the airport, pick a restaurant that bases its food selections based on high quality animal proteins and fats. High quality animal products that are high in fats, high in proteins. These are the best bet for you, and generally these are your best selections when it comes to traveling and picking up food to go at the airport. If you're in a bigger rush than that and you cannot handle sitting down and having a full meal, the best snacks that you can have on the side would be beef jerky, full-fat Greek yogurt, hard-boiled eggs, fresh juices, some nuts like pistachios, and or a fruit bowl. Do not by any means buy cheap sandwiches, granola bars, dried fruits, or many nuts. You want to have some nuts, but you don't want to have a lot. These foods all contain substances that you don't want to have in your body while you're in the process of traveling, as they will further make the effects of jet lag even worse. Now let's see what you can do to eliminate jet lag the moment that you land in the airport, the moment that you land on your destination and that you arrive. Let's see what you can do. Get outside as quickly as possible. Now, getting sunlight in your eyes after traveling, after landing, will help set up your circadian rhythm, will help reset your biological clock from the point that you left it with your shifting your clock hack. So getting outside in the nature, getting outside in the sun would be the best thing to do to start with. Then the other thing would be exercising in the open environment. Exercising outside would be best. For example, if you could have access to an outdoors gym or a park, that would be the best case scenario, because you can both get exposed to sunlight and you can exercise outside. The other thing that you can do it's a pretty important one, you can do this to help eliminate jet lag and prevent it, is to actually ground as soon as landing. The build-up of static electricity can lead to travel fatigue, loss of energy, and further worsening the effects of jet lag once again. So it's in your best interest to ground, to connect your skin and most commonly your feet with nature, with the ground, with the sand, with any surface you can get your feet on. Because grounding will allow for your body to release these static charges. So simply by touching and contacting your feet with the earth, with the surface of the earth, whether that's soil, sand, grass, sea, whatever, it helps regulate those static charges that are built up while you're traveling. Another thing that you don't want to do upon landing is sleeping. You definitely don't want to go to sleep immediately after landing, as this will further worsen your biological clock and will desynchronize everything. If you must nap, however, you can go for a 25-minute nap, as it's right before you reach deep sleep, and you will wake up feeling refreshed and feeling energetic. Anywhere more than that, it will start. You will reach the deep sleep cycle, and you will wake up feeling groggy, and the effects of jet lag will worsen for sure. You should definitely adapt to the new time zone, meaning that if you're planning to stay there for a week or two, you should not adhere to the previous time zone that you were in, because it won't make any sense if you're waking up in the middle of the night or if you're waking up in the middle of the day, right? So adhere and adapt to the new time zone that you're in, meaning that you, by following all the previous steps, you have successfully delayed your biological clock so that you won't feel that sleepy anyhow. So make sure to leverage this opportunity to adapt to the new time zone and therefore sleep and wake up at the normal times that you should, as if it were your own time zone. When it's time to actually go to bed and sleep, and you arrive at your hotel in the Airbnb that you're staying at, on the residence that you're going to be staying at, anyhow, you will need to turn on the AC unit, turn off all LED lights, and make sure the room that you're going to be sleeping at is pitch dark, pitch quiet, cool, and therefore you can get the best quality sleep that you can. So before bed, if you have access to blackout curtains, make sure to draw them and close them so that your room is as dark as possible. Even though if you wake up after the sun rises, you won't be impacted by the sun coming in your room and therefore disrupting your sleep. So yeah, guys, these were the things to do before you fly, while you're in the air or in the airport, and after you land, to successfully eliminate and prevent jet lag. Make sure to let me know if you've tried any of these and how did it work for you, or after you do implement them, because I strongly insist that you do, make sure to let me know how did it turn out for you as well. So yeah guys, if you have any suggestions for any next videos, any topics that you would like me to discuss, you can send me a DM on Instagram. I have my link below on this video description. And other than that, I cannot wait to see you on the next video. Peace.